them go.
They're gonna go until they spell labs again.
Oh dear.
Earthquake. All right, you want to
kill
get
these?
one? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you to my son for lending me his bugs. All right.
Hi everybody. We're coming at you from PEI, in the bottom of a stalk in here in Summerside. And this is Carron.
And I'm Nellie.
Yeah, woohoo. I'm so glad you're here with me and we could do this together.
I was really excited to come back to PEI for a little bit.
Yay. So we got quite the packed show for you today, and so some of the things we're going to talk about will be a little bit about Hour of Code, which was last week, which was super awesome. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the fun things that are happening all across the Atlantic provinces. There's too much to mention, like it could be a whole show on what's going on across the Atlantic provinces.
With Brilliant Labs.
With Brilliant Labs, yeah. I'm just going to give you a little taste so you keep coming back for more. I have a fun microbit activity, and we're going to find out if you made it to the nice list, Nellie.
Oh, boy.
Yep. I don't know. What else? Oh, jeepers, you brought some gear with you.
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
going to have a little preview for some exciting things going on in New Brunswick.
Yep.
With Brilliant Labs headquarters.
That's going to be super fun. And I have a super simple craft to do with LED paper circuits and LED lights. So that's going to be cute. And our innovation challenge, which is coming up. We're wrapping that up at the end of this year.
The end of the year, yeah.
What? Yeah. So we got a lot to talk about today. So let's get started. So Hour of Code took place last week. And so this is like a global event, as most of you tuning in may know. I think there's just over or just under 250,000 events that took place all over our planet, which is crazy. When we look at all of Canada, there was just under 4,000 events. Like, that seems like a lot.
And it's growing so fast.
Yeah.
It's really exciting.
Like Hour of Code, it's only been around a few years, right? Mm-hmm. Like so that's awesome. So I did a little bit of searching about what was going on in PEI with Hour of Code, because we're little, we're small, we got 60 some schools.
Yes.
Guess how many schools took part?
Out of 60?
63, I think. Yeah.
I have no idea.
I
have no idea.
Okay, the last count, 24. That's like
Whoa,
a third.
Over a third.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So
good stuff.
Things are happening in PEI, and so that's kind of awesome.
When it comes to Hour of Code, last week was sort of the week where everybody is signing up to do Hour of Code in their classrooms, in their homes, at community centers and libraries, but you can do the Hour of Code anytime you want. You can go to hourofcode.com. You can go to code.org, and there are so many different modules, and just sit down for an hour, all ages. Like I had kindergarten students doing it one time. You can learn to code very quickly, and it's really fun too. They tie it into cool things like Minecraft and Angry Birds and Star Wars.
And I've even figured out that there are unplugged coding activities.
Oh yeah.
So you don't even need to have like technology at your fingertips.
Or the internet.
Yeah. So amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, let's move on and talk about what's happening across our region and all the fun things that are going on. I'm going to start with PEI because we're in PEI right now.
We are.
So I was recently invited by the libraries to take part in their Family Literacy Day, which is happening in January. So that's coming up, and I'm super excited to think about what I can do, what I can bring to this event that ties into literacy, ties into some technology and some coding. So I'm really excited for that. Nova Scotia, holy moly. Okay, you guys got to tune in. Oh, maybe this is recorded, so you can't tune in.
Yeah,
but
we'll see.
It'll be on the news because there's going to be this really exciting program that is connecting the community and inclusion and 3D printing. So all kinds of 3D ornaments, I believe, that are being created. And so
As part of a fundraiser.
Yes, for assisted living devices, right?
Yeah.
That's the notes that I got on that.
And
so
we're also partnering in Nova Scotia with a society that is sort of outsourcing their 3D printing. So you can download the plans and you can tweak the design, and then if you have access to a 3D printer at a school or a library or something like that, you can print out parts for assistive technology such as prosthetics or different devices, for example, like for a really large game controller that someone who doesn't have very good fine motor skills can use and also participate in things like that. So
amazing.
It's very exciting what we're doing in Nova Scotia.
That is super cool. Newfoundland. So I got a note from our good friends in Newfoundland about what Brilliant Labs has going on, and they're going on like a tour. They're doing like 300 teachers, 16 sessions all over Newfoundland and Labrador, all to do with coding.
Amazing.
So I don't know what to say about that. I mean, that's
Going
just
on tour.
amazing. Yeah, they're
Two of
going
them
on
in a
tour.
bus.
Maybe they have a bus.
That'd be
Gosh,
awesome.
that'd be so cool. So way to go, Newfoundland. Way to go, Nova Scotia. In New Brunswick, I actually have to read from my phone because there's so much going on in New Brunswick. Of course, there was that $900,000 gift made from Dr. Kerr. Hope I said that name right. Who in support of innovation in Grand Falls and that whole area. Beautiful Grand Falls. Have you ever been to Grand Falls?
I have not. I've basically been to St. John. I've been to the zoo in Moncton, but
Go to Grand Falls. It is beautiful there,
Awesome.
and the people are super friendly. And so we've also hired 2 new program specialists in Grand Falls. So looking forward to working with them in January. And I also have to tell you about the Centre d'Apprentissage du Haut-Madawaska, or the CAHM, in Clare. They have invited the principal and a group of teachers from St. Mary's Academy for a day at their school, and the visits of both makerspaces K-4 and 5-8, they were really inspiring. The students became the teachers and the guides for that day, and so many discussions took place where ideas were exchanged as well as questions were answered. And so this was the first initiative linking Anglophone and Francophone teachers together in the Northwest, and other visits are already planned in December and during professional learning days. What?
That's
Things are
so
happening
cool.
in New Brunswick.
yeah.
Yep. So that's all I got for updates. Why don't we get right into some fun little stuff. I'll show you my
Okay.
microbit activity, and we got to find out if Nellie was naughty or nice this year. Because I don't know, the elves have been talking.
All right. Well, just don't tell my son.
Okay. All right. So let's switch to this camera. And hi, here's my microbit. I'll get this out of the way. So this is my microbit. It's doing something funny right now, of course. And so I was wondering, how can I do this? I just want my microbit to tell me with a simple command whether or not, there's my battery, whether or not I'm on the nice list or if I'm on the naughty list. So what I've done here is on A button, I'm going to press A. I guess we didn't see it earlier, but it said press A. And now it's going to tell me to press B. Okay, it's thinking.
Uh-oh.
Nellie.
That was you. You pressed
Right,
it.
you're right. That was me. I've been naughty this year. Do you want to give it a go?
Sure.
Okay.
All
So
right.
it already told us to press A.
Press A. Thinking. Press B. Okay, fingers crossed. Oh,
We were
man.
naughty together.
Oh boy.
But if you do get nice, it'll give you another song. It'll say like "ba-ding."
Oh,
something
let's
like
see if
that.
we can get it to do it.
Yeah, try it. We got all the time in the world here.
And press B.
Oh, can't. You got to wait till
Can't
it
do it.
scrolls,
Okay.
and then you can do it.
Press B. Thinking. Yay!
Yeah, you made it.
Oh, and thanks to this little tiny speaker here. And that's why it can make that noise.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So
Let's see what's behind the scenes.
Yeah, totally. Go see my code. This was code I found online, and then I modified it and added the music. So you can see what it says here. So on start, we'll get a message saying press A. So that'll come up. And then when you press A, I wanted it to kind of think, right? So I just made it toggles on the LED array, just kind of randomly go about. And so that's what it does. That's what the toggle, and it says pick random. You can't see it under the B button command there. So after it does its thinking or toggling and picking random lights to flash, then there's it's going to pause, and then it's going to clear the screen, and then it's going to say press B. And so after all that's done, you press B, and it's going to do a similar thing. So it's going to think, but I made it like do that like for longer. I wanted it to think longer the second time, just to kind of build the anticipation. And then, so the same process happens after that. I wanted, I guess that's like my if else statement.
Right.
Yeah. So that's going to come up. So if it's, I guess it's going to pick random, like 0 or 1. So 0 for naughty, and then nice. And so it's going to show a happy face, and it's going to make that song ba-ding. And so the other option would be the sad face, and it would give the want, want, want. Want, want. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then it would also show the words nice or naughty.
I love that.
So thanks.
I love that.
You can have it. That's for you.
I just wanted to point out that the place you coded that, I'm going to bring it back up here, was at code.brilliantlabs.app.
Fancy, huh?
Yeah. So that's our platform that we've been using to code the microbits, and it's based on the Microsoft Make Code software programming with blocks and with JavaScript. And we are currently working on filling up brilliantlabs.app with our own different projects and codes and different blocks that you can actually use for different types of hardware. Yeah. So very excited to be able to show that off as well.
Yes. Do you know what I love about that that site is that it saves my projects. Like I have a visual. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember working on that. I want to go back in there and tweak something. So
if you remember to name it something other than Untitled 1
right.
and Untitled 2.
Yeah, no, you gotta name your stuff.
That's my problem.
Nellie, can you show me the stuff that you brought from your place? You have some gear with you.
Yeah, okay. So this is what we have here. Let me see. I'm going to make it show that. There we go. So this, wait. Do you have yours? Yeah. Okay. This is what we've all been waiting for. This here is something that's called the B board. And it has been designed and built by our own engineers at Brilliant Labs, namely, I think one of the leaders on that is Josh. So thank you, and brilliant stuff, Josh. It's really cool. What this is it's kind of an extension board for the microbit. And I'm just going to grab Karen's microbit here from her project and unplug it. Sorry, Karen.
That's cool.
Here we go. And what you can do is the microbit just plugs right into here. And what this does is it extends it so that you don't just have the 3 pins. It actually spreads all the pins out and puts a ground next to each one. So we have pin 0, 1, and 2 over here, but then we also have 3 more pins over here. There's also a bunch of new pins up here, and there's stuff that's going to be clicked in up here. And another really very exciting thing about it is that it comes with its own power source. And so when you plug it in, it can power more stuff than the microbit can power on its own with its little battery pack. So that is very super cool. And what I have done with it is a little holiday display. I'm gonna bring this up over here. So I have taken my microbit here, this yellow one, and I have programmed it with just a quick, with this code right here. You'll see a lot of repetitive, strip 1, strip 2, strip 3, and strip 4, because I have these 4 beautiful LED strips.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on, and this is like what it would look like on the inside of a really cool project. And so let me see if I can get it to turn on. So turn on the power here, and when I press A, fingers crossed.
Whoa!
Yay!
It's
A very Christmassy celebration going on over here. And when I press B, we have a New Year's celebration going on.
right on. It's so pretty.
Yeah, so for A, I just told the different strips to all be green, all be red, and switch over after a few hundred milliseconds. And on B, what I love to do is I tell the NeoPixel strips to turn into a rainbow and then rotate every few milliseconds.
So can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Do you have to go and say, all right, I want blue and red, or is there a thing that says rainbow?
Well, there is a thing that says rainbow, and there's a, I'm going to press A and B and turn it off. So there is a thing that says rainbow on the MakeCode app with the drag and drop blocks. One of them is just show the whole rainbow. And then there's also one that can make the whole strip green or the whole strip red. And one of my favorite things to do is rotate the colors, because so there's another block that lets you make the colors spin around through the LED strip.
Oh my
and when you go to brilliantlabs.app, what was it? Code.brilliantlabs.app. The NeoPixel blocks are actually already built in, so you don't have to download that extension the way you would if you went just to makecode.com.
Save you a few clicks.
Exactly. And on code.brilliantlabs.app, we have coming soon blocks specifically for the B-board. It's going to be super cool.
Man.
And there's even more features coming up. And I can't wait for Josh to tell us all about it and let us know when the next version's coming out. It's very excited.
Students are going to freak out.
I know. It's very cool.
Yeah, super cool. I'm going to show you a little paper craft that you can do at home in your classes. It doesn't have to be a holiday thing. It could just be, a birthday card. It could be anything. So,
Thank you.
What I've done here is I have made. Maybe we should bring up this camera.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Both or just the camera?
Don't matter.
Okay. Here we go.
This is my artwork, guys. What do you think? So Happy New Year. I tried to draw a firework, and if you press where I've outlined the W, that makes the connection super bright, like psh, and then it kind of flickers just because of the connection. So the insides of this look like so from all this said Brilliant Labs. So I poked a hole through paper, obviously, and I've identified where the positive and the negative is, and I've kind of bent them. And then I kind of mapped out for myself where I want the tape to go. And this is my switch. So this is my folding switch that makes the light turn on. So I just do like this. And I used Scotch tape just to make the connection a little bit more stronger. And so it'll work if I just do this. But I think you get the full effect from the front here.
That is really cool.
Thanks.
I have a question for you, Carron?
Yeah.
Can you do more than one LEDs?
You totally can.
Yeah?
You totally can.
Can they be different colors?
Yeah, they totally can.
Okay. I can't wait to make my
because there's I don't even know. I need to do some learning here. But there's different kinds of circuits, right? Like there's parallel circuits, there's series circuits.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is the most simple one you can get going.
So this sounds like a super project for learning about circuits as well
Completely.
as just doing arts and crafts.
Completely, yeah. So this will connect to all kinds of curriculum outcomes.
Awesome.
And
for those of us who worry about curriculum,
but also I had to be super patient and my resilience skills. Like, I was using some resiliency today, folks.
Sometimes that copper tape can be a little
Oh my
fiddly.
gosh. Yeah, but I made it work, and I'm super
Awesome.
proud because
Yeah.
now it works. So, yeah. So I know the temptation to jump in and like fix it for somebody. Like, that's my that's my like ongoing skill that I'm working on. So
I think my favorite part was you Googling how to do a firework.
I did pretty good.
You did awesome. I
Thank
loved
you.
it. You're just like, I don't know how to draw this. Let's Google it.
Google has the answers. Why do I need to suffer through drawing that?
Fantastic.
Yeah. So that was
Okay.
my craft. And
I love
so
it.
next, can we talk about our innovation challenge going on?
We have a very cool innovation challenge going on, and I hope that you guys will join in. We still have time. It's not over yet. We are going to even extend it through the holiday break. And so our innovation challenge is to just make the holiday brilliant. And so as you may have seen on the Brilliant Holiday Challenge video, what I did was I put one of my LED strips that I was showcasing earlier inside a toque. And I'm probably going to do the same to my other toque here that I have from my friend Kayla, and turn these snowflakes into
They should sparkle.
little sparkly
Yeah.
lights. Yeah, that's my plan.
Great idea.
So I love doing wearables. I love making things light up. I wish I could make these light up.
Yeah, they
Just
could
a
use
little-
some lights.
Little
Yeah.
battery pack on there and maybe a microbit. Get them.
I'll just tuck the
different
microwave
colors.
behind my ear and the battery pack behind this ear. and-
Yeah, exactly,
yeah.
exactly. I know that for her challenge, I know that Sarah in Nova Scotia, she 3D printed herself a really cool snowflake, and then she
smart.
hooked it up to some LEDs and some batteries, and she put it as a Christmassy ornament in her hair. And we also have people designing ornaments and selling them for fundraisers. And so, I mean, there's people all over the Atlantic provinces making the holidays brilliant. So I really hope that you can join in and use the hashtag Brilliant Holiday Challenge.
Yep.
Brilliant Holiday Challenge. And we will showcase your work. We are going to be writing blog posts. We're going to be retweeting everybody. And I think our next live stream is going to showcase some of our wonderful, innovative participants as well.
I think we have some pictures too we can show.
Do we?
Yeah.
On your...
Didn't we load it on here?
I think we tried.
Okay.
But I think we're going to...
You know what? They're stuck on my phone.
Yeah.
And we're going to tweet them out so you can
Okay.
all see the fun and
Yeah, exactly. So follow Brilliant Labs on Twitter and Facebook and all the social medias, and we are constantly trying to showcase the innovation and brilliance of all of the people we work with. So that's pretty cool.
That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on all of our social media channels. We have so much fun doing our job, but I think the real fulfillment comes from, excuse me, I'm spitting. The real fulfillment comes from seeing our students and even the teachers that we're working with have that moment of like,
Oh yeah,
I get it, or oh my gosh. So that's kind of what's keeping, I don't know, the excitement in my work. Yeah. So,
absolutely.
So I just wanted to share that with y'all.
So thank you so much, and tune in next time. We'll see you soon.
Happy holidays.
See you in the new year. Bye.